Bhashiva the White Tiger is bringing her very own campaign to the Warhammer 3 family, complete with a bunch of brand new mechanics. First up, we have the Tiger Court. Over the course of your campaign, you will find certain settlements that contain relics, as shown by this icon above them. Once captured, you'll be able to spend these relics in one of the 3 pillars of the Tiger Court. Doing so grants your faction increasing bonuses unique to each pillar. You gain buffs for your units, various areas of the campaign, army abilities, and upgrades for buildings. Teachings of Kamau focuses on increasing the damage output of Tiger Warriors and your efficacy during ambushes. At tier 3, you can choose between Stalking Stance and an ability to pin enemy armies in place, along with improving the associated building chain. It's important to know that you can swap between these 2 tier 3 abilities at any time with a 1-turn cooldown. Prophecy of the White Tiger brings buffs to unit leadership and vigour, along with getting the most out of alliances. At tier 3, you can choose between Stalk for all Tiger units, along with an ability to summon more, or the ability to grant your armies regeneration. You'll also unlock bonuses for the associated buildings. Lastly, Wave the Thousand Gods upgrades Tiger defense and sneakiness in combat whilst enhancing global recruitment. At tier 3, you can choose between replenishment and immunity to trespassing, or an ability to prevent enemies from using magic during combat. And of course, you gain upgrades for the associated building chain. In total, there are 15 tiers to unlock, and you can choose any order you fancy, jumping between them at will. I will say that you're probably better off sticking to one until at least tier 3 to get the most value for your relics before moving on. These relics do spawn all over the map, so whilst the first few unlock pretty quickly, your progress rapidly slows down. Still, if you want some added motivation to get around the map a little bit more, this provides just that. Unlike other Cathayan factions, the Claws of the White Tiger can only recruit a limited number of Cathay units, and this number can only be increased through the Armies of Shang menu. From here you can increase your capacity for each group of Cathay units, and doing this costs Iron Favour. This is new currency gained primarily through completing Zhao Ming's goals. This offers a selection of 3 missions you can take on that are things like taking certain settlements and taking out certain lords. You can also gain favour through caravans, so you have a few options to keep it coming. Favour can also be spent on insignias, which are buffs for each unit group and can be added from this little button below your armies. These cost more favour the more you use them, so be wary of spamming too many, especially early on. To unlock these insignias, you will need to progress through 5 tiers of challenges listed on the left. These include objectives such as battling certain factions, using insignias, and maintaining certain numbers of units. This is also how you unlock a number of military buildings to recruit these units in the first place, so you'll want to make sure you keep moving these along whenever you can. Lastly, this is also how you increase your army capacity, so make sure you are stockpiling favour like crazy. This mechanic mainly limits your army power from spiraling high too early. It's not so brutal that I ever felt severely limited, and more so helped keep my armies in check since gold was pretty plentiful with the new and improved caravans. Once I got on a roll, I had more favour than I knew what to do with, but each new army will keep you spending it, especially if you want to make use of insignias. Their final semi-unique mechanic is the building options. Instead of the usual Cathay buildings, they have their own set. They actually share a lot of the same military buildings, but the categories have been moved around to separate Tiger units from the armies of Shang. They have no infrastructure buildings and instead have their Tiger Warrior Village section, which contains all 3 of the pillar building chains, along with peasant huts, which grant some decent all-around settlement bonuses at the cost of control. Lastly, they keep the same defensive buildings and can make use of landmarks and resources no problem. It's not massively different, but more so adjusted to better suit their campaign and playstyle. They also have access to caravans, but with their own little twist. First of all, they lead them with Tiger Warrior Sawai Lords and can fill their armies with Tiger Warrior units. And secondly, they can be sent to locations to create Iron Favour as mentioned earlier. It's mostly the same, but in my opinion is a little stronger since their lords and units can deal with threats a little better. Their settlements can also make use of harmony on the 3 Tiger Court building chains. Each one can be upgraded on either a yin or a yang path, so you can specialise your regions or keep them balanced how you see fit. This has the same bonuses as base Cathay, so you're looking at optimising your settlements for growth or military use or a harmonious blend of both. Nothing crazy, but some decent buffs that are very worth using if you can. Lastly, they also gain improved relation with Zhao Ming's faction, along with reduced upkeep for all Tiger Warrior units. Bhashiva's own army gains extra replenishment for Tiger Warriors, bonus melee stats during ambushes, and improved speed for all units. And if you were wondering how you'd get access to the Tiger Warriors as any other Cathayan faction, you just have a new building chain to unlock them for recruitment. There's no unit caps or anything, so you can have as many as you want. They also have a brand new tech tree, but don't worry, we still have some horizontal scroll bars. Things are now separated into 2 pages of military and provinces. Military, of course, has a bunch of text to upgrade your units and armies with all kinds of stat buffs and is split down the middle for melee on the left and ranged on the right. Provinces has everything else, so various buffs to settlements, commandments, and miscellaneous army effects. This split also allows you to start in a number of places, giving you more options for how you want to progress through the tree. Plus, even with the scroll bar, it is significantly smaller than the old one, so a lot easier to fit on one screen. And if you want to know all about the new units coming with the DLC, then check out this video to see them all.